everybody, I'm back. I've finished my robotics project here. I've got this little guy all hooked up and ready to go. So I put everything together. I put on my clock module and I put it together with my sensor and motor modules. So why don't we take a closer look right now. Alright, so here's the final model for the robot alarm clock. As you can see, my wire mess continues, but we can make sense of it. I basically transferred over everything from the clock in the previous video and put it here. I've attached the motion sensor here, and then I've used tape to hold on the breadboard, and the ultrasonic sensors here are also taped into place. And as you can see, I have my battery pack here. So this allows the robot to move independently without having to be attached to the USB like in almost all of my other videos, because it needs to be mobile. So as you can see, I've left the breadboard kind of loose here for now. First of all, there's not really a good place to attach it, and it makes it easier to get at the ports and stuff here for plugging in the USB or plugging in the battery pack here. So I've actually got the battery pack hooked up to a little what do you call it, a plug here to be able to just fit right into the Arduino. So why don't I do that and we'll see it power up here. There we go. So you can't really see here, but the LCD is on. Alright, and it's got the current time and everything as before. And I've actually just put in a little thing here so that the alarm will go off very soon. So there it is. So now as you can see, it moves along just like as before when I showed it without the alarm clock attached, and it will react to movements on the side and as such. You can see here the wheel stopping trying to turn, or here that one's trying to turn. But as you can see, when the alarm goes off, it's kind of intermittent. I wish that there was a thread I could use to just have the alarm run on its own. But as it is, it's interrupted by some of the different functions here. And also, whenever the alarm goes off, the LCD tends to dim a lot, but only sometimes. I don't know, there's this weird inconsistent power thing. Anyway, after all that, I put this to the test. It works fairly well. Let me shut this alarm off so it stops beeping while I'm talking. It performed fairly well under test. I'll show you some video of that. The only thing was trying to get it to go straight was really difficult because these motors are real cheap, and I had to use different voltages on the analog outputs from the Arduino board to kind of get it to go right. And especially as the batteries wore out, that really started to affect things. The turn rate sometimes would just go in circles basically when it was out of batteries. And then also everything here was a big drain on batteries. So I've been through a lot of batteries. Good thing I can buy them cheap from the local store just near my house. But I did go through a lot, and I've read on other people's projects that they've gone through a lot too. So just a warning out there for that. And the other problem I had was that these sensors are pretty cheap and kind of unreliable. So sometimes it would still get stuck. Even though the program was running correctly, maybe it wouldn't be measuring distances as correctly as I would like, especially when I was on the move. Whenever I had it in test, like in this setup here, I could just put my hand and boom, it'd be fine. Or especially when I didn't even have the wheels moving and I did the first test, wow, that was great. But even sitting here with the wheels moving, there'd be a little bit of variance, but as soon as it got on the ground, wow, that variance kicked up. All sorts of tests kind of showed. So I had to put some stuff into my program structure to try and adjust for that. But even then it would still get into some tight situations. Mostly it performed fine, but there were a few situations here and there. And then I'd test it again doing the exact same thing and it would make it out. So it's just some inconsistency with the sensors. Probably want to do better sensors next time. Anyway, why don't I show you a video of a few of its features, and let's take a look at that now. Okay, so that was just a little taste of what this guy can do. He can avoid walls, won't get stuck in corners, at least not too often. Yeah, he will stop every once in a while, and if you make a move towards him, he'll run away. So whatever direction you're coming from. So he'll stop for about 10 seconds at a time and then keep moving on if there's no actual sensor information triggering him. Anyway, so I told you also where it's actually disappointing with the sensors and such, and the battery power. Now I saved my #1 disappointment with this guy for the end. It's so slow. I can't stand it. Oh my gosh. I just wish there were giant motors that would whisk this thing away. You know, if this is a real alarm clock and you're trying to get up in the morning, you want it to zip away from you. You want it to be hard to catch. Like, oh my gosh, right? That's not happening with this guy. But, well, we'll just call this a prototype for now. I actually have a lot of other ideas of how this design can be improved. So if you check out my wiki on the COM44 course page for Athabasca University, you can see some of those ideas. If you're not part of the course, sorry, you'll just have to, I guess, message me or something. But for those of you who are, take a look at that. I have tons of ideas. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and wish me good luck on getting good marks for this project. Bye!